Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I am making pozole. It kind of got cold where I live, so I decided to make a little bit of pozole. I've already had the meat boiling for about, I'd say, 30 to 35 minutes. It is boiling with, I had a whole onion in there. I cut it just a star on both ends of the onion, and I dropped it in there, a whole onion, and then I dropped a bulb of garlic, the whole bulb of garlic. All I did was try to take as much of the skin off, and then just place the whole garlic in there. I'm trying to look for it and I can't find it. So you're gonna go ahead and boil the meat for 30 to 35 minutes before you start anything else. And I used it's called, you can get it at any Mexican meat market. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says mixed pozole mix. So basically it comes with pork. You can also make it of beef. You don't have to make it of pork. This comes with pork, pig's feet, and espinazo, which if you do not want to put the pig's feet, I always buy an extra of just pork stew meat, which is what it's mainly consists of. I just get a little bit because this also comes with it, but it also comes with pig's feet and espinazo. If you only want to use this pork stew meat, then go ahead and buy espinazo on the side. I'll go ahead and put it at the description of the bottom of the video, and you go ahead and they'll give it to you. If you buy the mixed one, they'll chop it up for you, and it has like small pieces. You go ahead and put this on the pot. I'm not sure how many gallons this pot is, but the biggest pot that you guys have, go ahead and add water to that. Put your meat, add the water, and then you're gonna add a tablespoon of salt to the water. Then you're gonna take a whole onion. You're gonna cut the ends off of both onions. You're gonna make like a star on each end, and you're gonna drop the onion in there. And you're gonna take one bulb of garlic. You're just gonna go ahead and take as much of the paper, whatever it's called, off, and you're gonna go ahead and cut down the tips of the onion and drop the whole garlic into the pot. And you're gonna go ahead and put that on medium heat. You can cover it. I cover it, but then, I mean, you can walk away, but always make sure to come and check it because it will bubble up and it will spill over. And then I'd say about 15 minutes after it's boiling, you're gonna go ahead and scoop up all the foam. I've already done most of it, but you go ahead and scoop up most of the foam, and then the excess like fat that you get from the meat, from the pork. Sometimes it's hard to get everything, but as long as you guys get the big old pieces that you guys do not want to eat in your pozole, you go ahead and just scoop it out. Even the small pieces of onion, mine fell apart, so it shouldn't be this hard when you guys pull out the onion because it should just come out whole. Mine, I just went overboard with I guess the cutting. See, there's a lot more onion. I'm gonna go ahead, try not to take out most of the juice because you're gonna need that. Here, if you guys can see, is some of the pig's feet. My husband likes the pig's feet. I, on the other hand, do not. So I just get it for his. You guys, and another thing, do not skip on the time of the boiling of the meat, because even though it looks, here is the garlic, you guys go ahead and show it. Here is the garlic, kind of fell apart, if you guys can see, but what, I'm gonna take it out already. I don't need it. Because it needs to get soft. Sometimes pork tends to, I mean, it could be cooked, but it's not gonna be tender. And we like our pozole meat to be really, really tender. I'm trying to take out most of the onion since it fell apart. And for the most part, I mean, if you guys like onion, sometimes I leave little slices of it in there because it's already cooked. So we like cooked onions, so it's really not gonna do much for us. If you guys can't hear me, I'm sorry. I have the fan on loud because it's really hot in here. Yeah, so you're just gonna scoop up all of the fat that the pork leaves behind, and if you don't get all of it, that is fine. It's just your stew is just gonna end up being even more flavorful. Okay, so then once you take all of that out, I think I've taken most of the onion out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it on medium heat. I'm gonna put this to the side because we don't need this. And I am going to go ahead and add the sauce. This is the red sauce I use. Once again, let me just disclaimer, I don't want you guys to be like, that's not how you make pozole. This is the way I make it. This is the way we eat it. I know everybody else has a different recipe, but this is the way I make it. At my house, this is the way my mom makes it. This is the way I was taught. So I'm showing you guys the way we eat our pozole. This is just red sauce. All I used was California Chile. It's a dry, not spicy, just for flavor. This is kind of the main one that everybody uses, like chilaquiles, just for the main because it's not spicy as spicy. I usually put the whole thing in the pot with the seeds, with the stem and everything, and you just cook it until it's, you know, soft enough to blend. So what I do is I put the whole thing, but what you can do is before you put it into the pot, go ahead and take the stem off and peel the, I know it has veins and all of that in there. Go ahead and peel that out, shake off the seeds, and put the whole chili in here. Let it cook while, you know, while the meat is almost cooking. Put it in there. Once it's soft, you put it in a bowl. I mean your blender. You put it into your blender. You add salt. I say 2 teaspoons of salt, and then you add a garlic. The bigger ones, it's kind of easier just to put one in there. And then I add half of the cooked onion that's in here. I add half of it to the blender, and then I just blend it all up, and then I strain it because these chilies, even though, you know, you're boiling them, they're still gonna leave a little bit of skin, and I don't really like that inside my pozole. So what I do is I strain it, and then you get this consistency. Make sure you guys add salt. You guys can go ahead and taste it to make sure it's not as salty, or if it needs more salt. I'm not a salt type of person, so I don't really add a lot of salt to my food. I let my husband do that. So then you guys are gonna go ahead and pour it straight into the pot. And go ahead and take a little bit of the juice and pour it into your container just to get all the sauce out there. Okay, and that is it with that. And you're gonna go ahead and just let it come to a complete boil. You guys don't want You guys want to cook it out a little bit just to thicken the sauce. And then now we're gonna head right over into cutting your onion. I use white onion and the sweet onion. I didn't have any of the white onion, so I just decided to use the sweet onion. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use half of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the tip off. I'll just peel that off. Once again, if you guys don't eat pork or you guys don't like pork, you can always just do just regular beef. Works the same. Just get maybe just chunks of beef. I'll go ahead and cut it, you guys. Just chunks of beef, small bites, and go ahead and put that instead of the pork. But do get the espinazo. I believe the espinazo is not pork. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure, but I don't think it is. But it's you need that. I guess espinazo gives it that flavor. It comes with bone, so you guys all know that the flavor is in the bone. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut it on the smaller side. We don't like big old chunks of onion. And then just make sure you guys cook the meat, simmer it. I put it on medium heat when I first start, and I leave it there. I go ahead and, you know, do everything else that I need to do, prep for my sauce and all of that, and I let it just cook. We want it really tender. Sometimes the espinazo is even falling off of the bone, and that's pretty much what you guys want. Also, if you guys get the pozole mix, it also has pig's feet, and you know, you guys want to make sure you guys cook that out. So make sure you guys do cook this for a slow time. That way you guys, the meat is not as rough and it's tender. Okay. A little too big chunks in there. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead, put that in my bowl. I decided to make pozole today. I just woke up and the sun was out, but it's really windy. It's really windy today, so just decided to take the time and make something warm for my family. My son eats pozole. The oldest one, you know, he just eats the meat. He doesn't do the onion and any of that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a small slice of cabbage. I know some people eat it. Oh, you can't see it, the sun. I don't know what's up with my lighting. It's a small piece, it's not that big. I know some people, I used to eat it with lettuce. I know a lot of people eat it with lettuce, but ever since I tried it with cabbage, I've just haven't gone back, I guess. You want to go ahead and put it on an angle. I mean, this is the way I cut it, as long as it's tapped. So then I just go back and forth. You want to get really small slices. You don't want to get those big old chunks. I'm just gonna go ahead and just move. I don't know how you guys cut cabbage, but we like it really thin. earlier. It was cold earlier and now it's hot. My kitchen is really hot now. Once again, you guys don't have to use cabbage. You guys can just use lettuce. I know some people prefer lettuce. But ever since I tried it with cabbage, it's just I don't know, it has a better taste. I know cabbage doesn't have a taste, but I just feel like it's tastier for me. It gives it a different flavor. So I'll go ahead and put that in a bowl. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see, the pot is starting to boil already. Boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead and uncover it. I'm gonna put it back down to simmer, maybe 2-1. Put it down so it doesn't boil over. So it doesn't boil over. So go ahead and put it down. Can see this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stir it. I'm gonna go ahead and let it boil. Go ahead and raise it up. I'm gonna put it back on 5. Just gonna see the pig's feet. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it to see. It's tender. See how that it cut through the pig's feet fairly quick. Means it's almost there, guys. Like I said, cook the meat by itself with just the water, the onion, and the garlic for about 35 minutes before you guys pour the sauce in there. Make sure you guys have it semi, you know, the meat is somewhat cooked, because from here you're just gonna go ahead and simmer it. That way the sauce thickens a little. And you kind of want, you know, chunks. See this, guys, right here is, trying to see if I can show you guys what the espinazo looks like. Pieces. I didn't get a lot. I only got 2 pounds of the mixed the pozole mix, because it's only for me, my husband, and my son, and my husband's the only one that eats the pig's feet. See, this is the espinazo. I'm gonna try and raise it up. It has bone. The bone is what gives it the flavor. So if you guys don't want to use the pork, you guys can use beef, but just make sure you guys get the espinazo. If you guys, you know, don't know what it looks like or whatever, just go to the meat market or any, you know, usually I think like the Mexican stores, Hispanic stores, they have the meat markets, and you can go ahead and ask them for the pozole meat or the pozole mix, and they'll go ahead and give you either the mix with the pig's feet and the espinazo, or just ask for the espinazo on the side and buy beef chunks. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this boil a little bit longer. So it's on medium high, guys. And I'm gonna show you guys. This is the spicy salsa that goes on top of everything once it's cooked. It's basically what it is. It's Chile de Arbol. I'll go ahead once again pin this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Chile de Arbol. It's toasted. You can also buy Chile de Arbol just regular and toast it yourself, but I get these already toasted. So then what I do is I just put it in a small pot of water, let it come to a boil. I usually I just filled this little cup up. I think this little cup is 1 cup. This is 1 cup. So I put 1 cup of those toasted chiles in here, and then to measure, and then so it's 1 cup of chiles. I put it in a small pot with water and I let it boil until they soften up, and then I add that to my blender, and I add 2 big pieces of garlic, 2 of these, the big old pieces. It's better than trying to get the little small ones. And then I go ahead and add salt to that. I add a little bit of water, maybe half a cup of water, or if you guys want a lot more, to the blender. I use the NutriBullet. See, it's kind of small. So I do the cup of chilies, and then I do maybe half a cup or a cup of water, and then I add the 2 garlics, and then I add a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons, not too much salt. Go little by little, gradually. You can always add it after. You add a little bit of salt, and then you blend it together, and then you come out with this. And it's spicy. Well, to me, it's really spicy. To my in-laws and my husband, it's not that spicy, but it's just Chile de Arbol, guys. And if you guys know, Chile de Arbol is spicy. And that's just to put on the side, on the top of the pozole, just to give it flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and go get the hominy. This is gonna cook for about, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes, somewhere around there. Sorry guys, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to take out the hominy out of the cabinet. That's actually on top of where I have my camera. So I had to try to go through the back to try to take it out. Let me get my can opener. See, it's boiling and it's getting there. The sauce is already thickening up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and open. I usually buy, I know people buy, I've seen the big old can. Last time I bought the big old can, and all I used was about this portion, which this is about 25 ounces, which is about a pound and 9 ounces of hominy. And this is about what I used for us. I mean, like I said, I don't tend to buy the big one unless, I mean, I'm inviting people over. My comadre, shout out to my comadre. Unless I invite her and my compadre, then I buy the bigger one and I put more. But other than that, I get the small one. So it comes, if any of you guys have never bought hominy like this, it comes with liquid. So what I do is I strain it and I wash it, because sometimes you get these pieces of them that are just, they're not good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this right now. I didn't wash it before I started this video. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so once it comes to a complete boil, you guys can see that. Once it's getting to a complete boil like this, you guys can see that the sauce is thickening. You guys can go ahead and I believe I'm gonna try the meat, the small pieces of meat. You guys can always just grab a small knife and kind of, it's already tender enough. Like I said, guys, this meat has been boiling for about, I'd say now, close to 45 to 50 minutes. So it is going to be tender for me already. Make sure you guys don't skip that step and boil your meat so enough. Don't just assume it's cooked because you feel it a little bit soft. Take this out. So then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and add the hominy. I'm gonna add the hominy. Make sure you guys don't pour it because it will splash. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the whole thing. If it would have been the big one, I would have poured it like this in a container and then gradually just measured. But since it's just a small can, I'm gonna go ahead and add all of it. On high just so it cooks the hominy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave this on high. That way it cooks a little bit faster. Put it on high and I'm going to cover it up. And then it should cook the hominy. The hominy probably takes about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Do not overcook it. It will mush up. It will fall apart. It will get clumpy, and then you're gonna have mush instead of a whole grain. Yes, guys. So once again, I am gonna pin down below the ingredients, the type of meats you guys can substitute. You guys can also make it of chicken if you guys don't eat pork. If you guys don't want to eat red meat, you guys can also do chicken. I would suggest to use chicken with the bone. That way it gives it more flavor. I know chicken breast can be a little too dry, so you guys don't want it unless you guys cook it for a really long time. I know if you cook breast meat with no bone, if you guys cook it for a while, it will get really soft. You guys can go ahead and substitute the chicken for the beef or the pork, but normally we eat pork pozole, but I know a lot of you guys or some of you guys don't eat red meat or don't eat pork, but you guys can do the exact same thing, just substitute. You guys can always change whatever it is that you guys want to use. And once again, the cabbage, you guys don't have to use the cabbage. You guys can use lettuce. I know my mom prefers it with lettuce, so if I ever make, you know, when I do make some, or when she makes it at home, she uses lettuce, and I'm fine with that. Like I said, I can eat both, but now I prefer cabbage. I used to eat it growing up with lettuce, and I just, once I tried it with cabbage. My husband and my husband's family eats it with cabbage, and that's what I use. Onion, this is the sweet onion. It's not sweet onion. Once again, this is the kind we used to eat. I guess you adapt to, you know, whatever you're used to, but I grew up with the sweet onion, not the white onion. But once again, my family and my husband and his family eats it like that. And then the chili, I'll go ahead and put that at the bottom of the video as well. Once again, remember guys, this is spicy. If you guys like spicy, then by all means add as much as you'd like. Yes, it's spicy. So then it is boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to medium. I don't want it to boil over, guys. Make sure it doesn't boil over. It will be a mess to clean it up. And then I know a lot of people, if you guys want to comment down below what you guys eat it with. I know on my Instagram, on my personal Instagram, I had put one time if you guys eat it with bread, which is us Latinos call it bolillo. I don't have any today. I'm gonna go get some at the market before we eat, but it's like a loaf of bread, a small loaf of bread, bolillo. We eat it with bolillo. My mom and my side of the family, we eat it with bolillo. Just slice it up in small slices and we eat it. Or chips, tortilla chips. My husband and his side of the family eat it with chips. I can't eat it with chips. I have to eat it with the bolillo, which is bread. And it was surprising because a lot of people eat it with chips, but I'm a bread type of person, carbs. So I eat it with bread. If whoever else eats it with bread or chips, go ahead and comment down below what is it that you guys eat it with, because, or if you guys use cabbage or lettuce, whichever one. Yeah, it's nice to see how people eat their pozole. So it should be getting there. And once again, guys, this is the way I make my pozole. I know other people add other types of chili, other spices. This is the way, you know, I ate it growing up. This is the way my mom made it. And this is the way, I mean, I like it. This is the way I make it at my house. My kids and my husband eat it like this. When I have guests over, I mean, they enjoy it for the most part. So I mean, this is to my liking. I know other people have different recipes for this, but you know, I'm showing you guys the way we eat it at our home, and how I cook it. So yes, don't come for me, please. This is the way I cook my pozole. Sorry guys. So it is almost done. Once again, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. If you guys don't have Instagram, I do also have a Facebook page. It's the same tag name on every social media, just like my YouTube channel, Candy Vida. I have the same Instagram at Candy Vida, and a Facebook page the same at Candy Vida. Go ahead, and I always do polls there to see what people would like for me to cook. I just did a poll not too long ago, and pozole wasn't the winner. So I decided to make this video now. So yeah, go ahead and follow my social media, and like and subscribe to my video, share my video. You guys can also share my videos on my other social media. I'm just gonna let it come to another quick boil, and then I'm going to shut it off, and then I'm going to serve you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and try this off of camera. I don't want to burn myself. Okay, it is completely cooked already. The flavor is really good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take dry oregano. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know my camera, I don't know my lighting. Can you guys see? Can you guys see it? Oregano, just leaf dry oregano. Going to go ahead and put some. Sometimes they have like the really small one. This one has a little bit of chunks in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take maybe a tablespoon of that. Oh, that was a little bit too much. That should be enough. And make sure you add the dry oregano once it's done, it's cooked, and you shut it off, because this tends to get bitter and it does not give it a good taste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it in my hand and sprinkle it on top. That way the big old chunks, you know, are not there. And then I'm just gonna mix it. And guys, that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and serve you guys a bowl. This is gonna be my bowl, so I'm gonna go ahead and it's gonna be my plate. I'm gonna go ahead and not serve myself pig feet, because I do not like pig feet. So for the video purpose and for you guys just to see how I serve it, I'm not gonna give myself pig's feet because I do not like it, guys. I'm not gonna serve myself a lot because my kid's not here, my husband's asleep, and I'm just gonna eat a small bowl right now before everybody gets up. If you guys can see. Okay. Go ahead and put this on the side so you can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and take, do not leave your spoons. I don't know, I was just told when I was growing up, do not leave your spoons in hot food because it will go bad right away. So then I'm gonna cover that up, guys, just so it stays warm. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of cabbage. Then you're gonna get a little bit of the onion. And then you're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the chili. Oh, I can smell it, guys. This is gonna be spicy. And then you just pour a little bit on the side. And then you have your lemon. I'm gonna put that on the side just for picture. And oh, the lemon fell. There you have it, guys. Pozole. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys recreate it, once again, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me and tag me if you guys recreated this pozole. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and my other social medias. I'll go ahead and jot down the recipe on my video. I will see you guys next time, and enjoy.